Salve Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to share the inheritance with me." He replied to him, "Friend, who appointed me as your judge and arbitrator?" Then he said to the crowd, "Take care to guard against all greed. For though one may be rich, one's life does not consist of possessions." Then he told them a parable. There was a rich man whose land produced a bountiful harvest. He asked himself, "What shall I do? For I do not have space to store my harvest." And he said, "This is what I shall do. I shall tear down my barns and build larger ones. There I shall store all my grain and other goods, and I shall say to myself, 'Now, as for you, you have so many good things stored up for many years. Rest, eat, drink, and be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this night your life will be demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, to whom will they belong?' Thus will it be for the one who stores up treasure for himself, but is not rich in what matters to God." The Gospel of the Lord.
Teacher, tell my brother to share the inheritance. Indeed, I've seen many families who get into trouble by fighting over an inheritance. And it becomes evident that some healing needs to happen. Families fighting over inheritance. This is what we know as greed and what it does and how it can hurt us. This rich man whose land produced a bountiful harvest, the man was foolish because he placed all his value on the things of material stuff rather than setting his face to heaven. On the other hand, you have Abraham, which St. Paul is describing. Abraham did not doubt God's promise. That was his jewel. And that's what we call righteousness, when we stand for what God calls us to do because we believe in him. Righteousness is all about believing what God says. Some of you may remember that this is an anniversary today of Black Monday, 1987. Anybody remember that? Nothing went wrong for me because I had in June before that, I had just become a priest, and the pay was very low in those days. So it wasn't a big deal for me. But there's nothing wrong with amassing wealth. because we see people always giving to charities and giving to the church. This is all good. But when wealth becomes greed, this is where the problem becomes an issue. So we must take a really good look at what's important here. What's important is if we have wealth, we can't take our eyes off of heaven, and it's even more. It demands even more diligence if we have wealth. And so, for me, one of the greatest wealths, maybe the greatest wealth, is that I believe in the wealth of Jesus Christ. I believe in the wealth of the Eucharist, because the Eucharist is where Jesus continues to magnanimously lay down his life for his friends, so that I can have a share in his inheritance of the heavenly wealth.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia.